Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Game 5 of the NBA Finals is basically wrapped up. Mavs just took off their best players. Luka, Kyrie just came off. They're currently down by 20 right now. The Celtics have won their 18th championship. First one in 16 years since '08. And can't say that I was surprised. Celtics have been the most dominant team throughout the regular season. Have dominated this postseason run. Only lost 3 games so far. Pretty dominant. They haven't lost 3 straight games at all during the regular season. Yeah, can't say that I was surprised that they won. Can't say I was disappointed with the Mavericks though. Especially Kyrie Irving's performance in Boston. Game 1, 2, and 5, all in Boston. Kyrie severely underperformed. This game he had 15 points on 5 of 16 shooting, 9 assists. I would expect more from Kyrie, but I also feel like Kyrie has, after 2016, that shot. People's expectations of Kyrie, I feel, rose to higher levels than should have been. I personally don't think that Kyrie is as good as he was in that 2016 Finals, and he has shown us in the postseason, post that, as he's had multiple postseasons where he hasn't performed. And just this one again, pretty sure every postseason apart from 2016, he has got worse than he was in the regular season. But not all the blame's on Kyrie. Mavs role players simply just didn't show up. PJ Washington, 2 for 7, 4 points, 4 turnovers, 0 for 5 from 3. You got Tim Hardaway Jr., is someone who you watch and they make you not like basketball. You know, like you just watch him and you're just like, what is he doing out there? Like, just straight cardio. Like, what do you do? This game, almost 9 minutes, 0 points, 3 fouls, 0 for 1 from 3. It's just disappointing. Maxi Kleber, complete useless on offense and defense this game. Just Luka this game had a decent game. Lots of turnovers, but I don't blame him on that. He had 28, 12 and 5, 7 turnovers, 3 steals, 12 for 25. Decent game from Luka. The game hasn't finished yet, but I am expecting, after this performance, I'm expecting Jason Tatum to win Finals MVP. To the dismay of a lot of people out there. This game he had 31, 8 and 11 on decent shooting. And the discourse about Jason Tatum has been a bit unserious for the most part. Lots of people haven't been considering him a superstar and considering him a really good role player, which I've made jokes about it, but he is a legitimate superstar. I'd say one of the top 8 players in the league. Jaylen Brown this game had 21, 8 and 6 on 7 for 23, so not the best shooting. But the thing about Celtics is, even when Tatum or Brown has one of these games, they have enough firepower with Porzingis, Derek White, Drew Holiday. You got Sam Hauser off the bench who can spark it up. Peyton Pritchard can come off. Al Horford. Like, they just have one of the most well-balanced teams in the league. That even when one of the top 2 players in Brown or Tatum aren't performing to the level that we know they can still perform. So for me, them winning this finals wasn't crazy to me. Especially when I saw Porzingis was back. Like, to me, it was to be expected. The Mavs just didn't have enough firepower to compete with the Celtics in that aspect. Okay, so how does this ring affect Tatum, Brown, Drew Holiday? How does it affect their legacy? To me, they're announcing the Finals MVP right now. To me, I believe people were going to start having to put more respect on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's name. They probably won't, because the way that NBA discourse has been recently, It's a lot of super team this, like ring culture that. And so how for someone like Jason Tatum, who's been a superstar for a while, like a consistent All-NBA top player, now he has a ring and maybe a potential Finals MVP to his name. I believe for Tatum, I think it solidifies him as one of those top players. While some people may have had doubts due to his lack of success, that he is now solidified as that player with this ring. And I also think the Celtics will continue to be great, and he'll probably end up with another one. But he did not end up with the Finals MVP, as Jaylen Brown is your 2024 Finals MVP. Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum for most of the series, but these last, I'd say 2 games, last 2 games, Tatum was better than Brown. He was definitely better than this game. Tatum, but the discussion is now that Tatum didn't win Eastern Conference Finals MVP or Finals MVP will be a little skewed, because as a star player, you need to be consistently. You need to be the best. You need to be the best player on your team. In Tatum's case, with how good the Celtics are, he doesn't always need to be that guy. He doesn't always need to be the guy putting up 30. He can give you 17, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, and he honestly, those first games, although Tatum didn't play well, he was helping his team. Like the way he would collapse the defense and kick out was how the Boston gained a lot of their open shots, and that is due to Tatum. But Jaylen Brown definitely, in my opinion, deserved this Finals MVP, as I think he was more consistent and better than Tatum throughout this playoff run. Maybe I think you could say Tatum deserved the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, but I think Brown deserved the Finals MVP. But wow, there you go. Celtics 2024 champions, Jaylen Brown, your Finals MVP. Can they go back to back? The East this year, I don't want to say it was easy, but every single team from 2 to 8, apart from like the Magic, all had major injuries to their top players. No Dame, no Giannis. No Randall. OG got injured. Bojan got injured. Knicks had like a bunch of injuries. Mitchell and Allen both got injured in the playoffs. Halliburton got injured. Jimmy and Rozier were injured. Embiid was obviously injured. So will they be able to go back to back? I think it's not that I don't think they can, because I think they'll have basically a very similar team. But I think it will be harder for them to go back to back than it was for them to win the ring this year. But as well as also teams in the West getting better. For example, the Grizzlies will be back, as they've been the top in the last couple of years with Ja. The Magic will obviously be a better team. Some other young teams will be coming up. Always gotta watch out for Victor. So, hey, you gotta see, you gotta wait, and yeah.